This customer called because they were repeatedly having a sewage backup at their house. So I got it unclogged, but I had to inspect what the issue was. Since it had happened several times in the last few months, something else had to be at play here. Then the customer asked me in somewhat of a guilty tone, could us using flushable wipes be part of the problem? And so I replied, well, the way you asked me that makes me think you already know the answer. Then she said, well, we don't use them. I was just curious if that would cause a problem. So I said, yeah, I get it. Kind of like how I've always wondered if I stopped breathing, would I survive that? So I used that as a cue to go look in the crawl space and see what the problem was. Before having to get a camera out, I saw that they had a back water valve, which is what you see me cut out at the very beginning of this. And the flap that prevents the sewage from flowing back into the house had broken off and was basically covering the rest of the drain, not allowing any water or waste to flow through. And the lid was broken as well. It couldn't be reattached to the valve, which means the sewer line is now not sealed. So because of that, I gave them a replacement option. And thankfully there was just enough PVC sticking out of the wall for me to be able to reuse that there. But since it was so tight, that's why I cut the line in those two areas so that I could move that whole section of pipe and glue that back in. It's what made the most sense to me. There's probably other ways you could do it, but I try not to have analysis paralysis. So I got in, got out, and the customer was happy. Thanks for watching. This customer called with a toilet that wouldn't flush, and you'll never guess what was stuck inside. This customer hired somebody to come out and unclog the toilet, but he was not able to fix the issue. He simply told them, hey, there's something in your toilet, and I just pushed it down even further, but I can't get it unclogged. But he said, I can replace the toilet for you, and that'll fix the issue. But before she spent extra money, she wanted someone else to look at it. That's when I showed up, and I pulled the toilet to see if I could fix the issue. And the previous guy that was there was definitely right. There is something stuck in the toilet, and it was stuck so tight, I couldn't get it removed with my auger. So I shoved it as far down as I could until I could reach it with some thin needle nose pliers, and it was not easy in any sense at all, but I did finally get it, and turns out it was a brand new bottle of kids Tylenol. And the funny thing is, when I showed the customer what it was, apparently her sick 4-year-old hated that medicine, so when his mom wasn't looking, he flushed it down the toilet and cost his mom a couple $100. And that kid's got bad taste. That is by far the best